Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine HyVee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Hello, friends. It's Hy-Vee Today. This is Tony Tone, Monday, April 6th. Good to be with you. It is officially Easter week. And before I mention, you can see behind me, and I have an Easter basket I want to show you. I want to tell you something that happened this morning as I was getting ready to back out of my driveway. I listen to a lot of podcasts on my phone, and I was listening to a podcast, and I went to turn up the volume I was trying to press the volume button on the side of my iPhone 11, and I held down the power button, and I called 911 on accident. So I picked my phone out of my pocket, and I was like, that's weird, and I looked, and it was calling 911, and I was like, oh, no! So I tried as fast as I could to hang up, and then I was like, oh, maybe it didn't go through, because it didn't seem like it went through, and then 911 called me back. And I was like, I accidentally, and she was super nice. Shout out to Muscom. She called 911, and I was like, are you okay? You're okay. I'm a dummy. And then she's like, okay. They don't have time to hear, you know what I mean? They don't have time for me to explain. Don't do that. I'm explaining it to y'all. Where you have your phone in your pocket, and apparently it's if you long press, I don't know, power combination of long pressing. There was I don't know what happened, but don't do that, and I'm sorry to my friends at Muscom. Everything was okay. The only emergency is that I was just trying to turn up the volume on my podcast. That's all. And then I called 911. I hope you're doing well. You got to be having a better Monday than I am, right? Because you didn't call 911 on accident. So I want to just give you a couple ideas for Easter, since it is this Sunday. Listen. Maybe the Easter Bunny is a little stressed this year, okay? Maybe the Easter Bunny is not really sure if he or she, the Easter Bunny, is going to be able to get out to get all of the supplies to put together an Easter basket. There's nothing wrong with going to aisle 8 here at Hy-Vee and just doing the work for the Easter Bunny. Look at this. It's all things Frozen 2. You know who would love this? My daughter. You know how many times we've watched Frozen 2 at my house in the last 30 days? Too many is the answer. Too many times. And now she likes the song Into the Unknown, which is from Frozen 2. And the band Panic at the Disco does a cover of it, or a rendition of it. Maybe not a cover, because it's on the soundtrack. So my daughter will try and tell Alexa, which she calls Alula, Alula, and I think that's her she's 18 months old, Into the Unknown. Because she can almost get Alexa's attention, and then she'll try to request her other favorite song, which is Baby Shark. Alula, Baby Shark, Baby Shark. Or Alula, we will rock you. We will rock you, because she loves the Queen song, We Will Rock You. And then I'm not maybe too proud to admit that she also likes the Lizzo song, Truth Hurts. But, I mean, what are you going to do? She doesn't understand the meaning of it. Other things for Easter, real quick. How about 60 eggs ready to go? Again, you're trying to have a safe at home Easter, which I hope you are. Nobody said you can't have an Easter egg hunt around the neighborhood, right? Throw a couple of these in your neighbor's yard. I don't know, maybe don't do that, but hide them for the kids. And it seems like it's going to be kind of a low-key Easter. I just want you to remember that we've got everything you need for Easter here at the store in aisle 8. And then the last thing I'll mention real quick is just a brand new pie from the bakery. Oh my, I can hear myself getting fatter. This is a pineapple upside down pie. I don't even know what this means. Pineapple upside down pie. I know what pineapple upside down cake is, but I don't know what this means. But it looks fantastic. So it's brand new. It's heavy. This is a very dense pie, and it's got to be fantastic. And it's from the bakery, everybody. So please check that out. Okay, and then I'll just say, let's see. I want to just mention we have a 3-day sale at the store that starts today. You can see it on the screen right there. Thank you, Brad. Look at that. It goes Monday through Wednesday. Some good items in there. Maybe you saw it on the Hy-Vee app. If you don't have the Hy-Vee app on your phone, I encourage you to download it and check that out as we are ready for Easter. That is for sure. I forgot to get a copy of the April Seasons magazine. I'll grab one of those later in the week. And then the other thing I'll say real quick before we get to our guest is our aisles online grocery shopping has been busy. Last week we were number 2 in the entire company for total orders. So we have a lot of Hy-Vee locations. This store did 1,649 orders. That's a lot. The store that was in first place did 1,843. So online shopping continues to be busy. If you're practicing social distancing, don't want to come in, you can utilize that. And then a couple other changes in the store with respects to one way in, one way out. We want you to come in by the floral door and then
the alley and pick up your bag and go.
Sure.
So they are doing our delivery bags that we are delivering food to folks who have those either over 60 or underlying health issues that need to be staying home. So we started 2 weeks ago, we had this conversation, put together a Google Doc spreadsheet and thought, oh, by Thursday we might have 20. By Thursday, and I think we had today we're at 250.
250 people.
250 people are signed up. Majority of them are in the city of Muscatine. We do have Fruitland, Lutz, Nichols, Atalissa, West Liberty, and Wilton also signed up.
Wow.
So we're operating with 12 routes right now,
That
and
is
we probably
unbelievable.
should take it to 14 because some routes have about 30 drop-offs.
That's a lot of people that you're
Yeah.
serving. I mean, I hope that folks at home can understand that. We're not talking about just a couple of people. We're talking about 250. And on the United Way's website, you have a lot of good resources. There's the COVID local service updates, and that's like a big document that can really help people. It's right here. So here's unitedwaymuscatine.org. You scroll down, and then COVID-19 local service updates are going to give people kind of all of the resources that are available to them, right?
Right, in our community. So all the other nonprofit agencies that are operating specific programs right now during this crisis. So if you are in need of things, these are the things that you can get. Bags of Blessing is still delivering, or have a site where you can go and pick up on Fridays.
How about the collaborating with everybody? It seems like that's just something that United Way is naturally really good at, but then during a time like this where everybody really needs to come together, I mean, that's a short period of time. We're talking about having a conference call, and now it's gone from 50 to 250 people, but you have to feel really good about this community and the different organizations all going like, okay, we need to serve people. Let's see how we can all do that so that nobody is, because I'm not trying to say like we don't want two people doing the same thing on the same day, but that's
exactly.
the logistics are part of it, right?
That's exactly what one of the main reasons is why the three agencies are partnering together is because we each have our strong points, and if we all pull together, we are stronger together, and we are not duplicating services, but we are servicing the whole community in a strong effort because we are all together.
So you talk about all of that food that's going out. So today, Monday, April 6th, 250 people will receive food.
Yep, they'll receive lunches. We start plating up about 10:30.
Okay.
They're all in to-go containers and then put into a separate bag. And then our volunteers come at 11 and we'll pick everything up. Everybody is screened. Everyone is using PPE in the correct manner. That is serving and around the food. Volunteers have to go through a list of questions and have their temperature taken. Luckily, I have a nurse from the school district that's helping me with that.
That's awesome.
So it's really amazing the volunteers that we have there have come forward from our community. I have quite a few college students, some high school students, and some teachers that are helping out as well.
So I was going to ask, do you still need volunteers to get all of the food out, or do you feel
We
like
could
you're in a
always
good
use
place?
volunteers, so we're doing a scheduling basis. So if you are interested in volunteering, you can contact us at 5633. And I will call you back, and then we can find you. So we do a schedule.
Have you found that there are services available? And again, unitedwayofmuscatine.org is the website. Have you been asked? I'm trying to think, like, there's all these different organizations that are helping people. Have you gotten the same question more than once? Is it all connected to food, or are people like, oh my gosh, I need diapers, or are there other needs that have been identified? Obviously, taking care of 250 people with respects to feeding them is a big deal, but is there anything else that you've been getting inundated with requests, or people like, oh my gosh, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get this? Has that come up at all?
So we've had a couple seniors that have mentioned that they were having trouble finding toilet paper and they were in need of it. We did find some toilet paper, so we made sure that they got that.
Okay.
We started a column on our Google spreadsheet so that if there is other needs that they are looking for or needing, we can put that in there.
Okay.
We have plenty of diapers in our community with our community diaper bank.
Good.
So hopefully those resources with like MCSA, Salvation Army, and Public Health can help give those out if people are in need of those.
Sure.
So, yeah, we have things in place. So if
Good.
you have questions, do not be afraid to call our office and we can walk you through
Well,
it.
and that's what I was wondering, because it seems like the United Way, not that you're proactive, like I don't think anybody thought we would get to this point with how things have progressed and so quickly, but to be able to have had successful campaigns to collect diapers and supplies, it's not like, you know, you're totally caught off guard. So that's nice, and that's part of the work that happens. Like, yes, in addition to everything else that the United Way does, but if you can also have resources set aside so that should an event like this happen and people need them, that's what you're here for, right? I mean, when Greg Bach was here and he said that, you know, they went through all the food that we collected that week with the food drive, I just couldn't believe it. But that's why we have these things in place, right? So I just hope that people understand that, like, over the years, if you volunteered or helped out or contributed to the United Way, like now is when we can reap all of those efforts, right?
Correct.
It's kind of like you have this kitty of stuff, and you're like, we're never going to break the glass on that, and the glass has been broken, right? You know, and I just can't wrap my mind around. You know, I keep coming back to that number, 250 people being fed is staggering. So do you have a route, or are you like, where will you go after you leave here? You said things started to get plated up at 10:30.
So after we leave, I leave here, I'm going to Menards to find safety glasses.
Okay. Okay.
So that is one of our things that we're adding to our food cooks and preps right now, is that they also wear eyeglasswear.
Okay.
So they're currently wearing hairnets, masks, and gloves, but we've been told that we should also add that. So we are starting that this week.
Do you think you're going to be able to find them? And then I guess I have
a positive attitude that I'm going to find them.
Yes.
Okay?
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, we have so many manufacturing places in town that I'm assuming just have boxes of safety
I could probably
gloves.
go through that as well.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if you need safety glasses and you can't find them, I mean, I just know from the 6 months that I worked at Hahn, like anytime I was in the offices downtown, but anytime we would go into any of the production locations, there were just giant things of like little disposable glasses and then the little earplugs. So I hope that it's not. I mean, how many do you need? What do you think? You need
probably at least 30.
Okay, so if you're watching and you're like, I've got all these safety glasses, give them to the United Way. Consider doing that. Okay, so 10:30, things start to get put together, and then you said there's 12 routes. So a volunteer has a route, and then they're going to make 30 stops to 30 people with food. That's wild.
Not all routes are 30.
Okay.
Some,
Sure.
we have it all blocked out, like and mapped out.
Yeah.
So if you are going down to like Fruitland and stuff, you might only have 4 stops,
Sure.
but you have multiple, farther distance.
Yeah.
And then the routes for like Wilton, Nichols, and Adolescent, and Wilton, that is on one route, and that's
Gotcha.
5 people.
Okay.
So, and
That's
they take
good.
about anywhere from an hour to an hour and 30 minutes, just depending.
It's so fantastic, though, to
But like
have.
one route is just dropping off at the Clark House.
Oh, that's not
I
bad.
mean, we have 42 people at the Clark House that are receiving.
Oh my gosh, this is a big deal. I mean, this is a lot. What do you need besides volunteers? Do you need, like, what's been identified? And I'm not saying like, yes, of course, volunteers, but like at that next level, what is it? What are you guys seeing? Like, are you trying to pool monetary donations from folks or food donations? Like, where are things at with that regard?
So we utilize the food bank.
Okay.
Riverbend Food Bank, so we're able to get food from there. A lot of it is free, some of it is at 12 cents per pound, that kind of thing. So we get it at a very discounted price. So a donation of a check would be great to help with that. We have also gotten some really great donations from Tyson Foods, West Liberty Foods, and then the West Liberty Meat Market has also donated. So those are like large bulk items like chicken nuggets that we can bag down and give out, because we're trying to give out a meat a week. We also, for all of our bags, we've gotten donations from Hy-Vee on bags.
Sure.
So We try to have it into a bag, each meal into a bag, and then all the groceries go into a bag. So one of the health insurance is going to send us actually reusable bags, so we can use those 1 week. 1 week, that would be excellent. So those are the items that we're looking for. Then we can order them. You know, if we can get cash donations, we can order them through our distributor.
And that's what I was going to say. I mean, it's April 6th. It doesn't seem like things are slowing down per se. I mean, I don't think you'll, a week from now, have, 150 people. It'll probably still be at that 250 person mark, if not more, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're watching and you're able to write a check for $100, $200, a couple $100, $1,000, like, this is the time to do it. Because people are getting helped right now, right? This isn't like, well, don't think about it. Like, if you can volunteer, and you heard Nicole talk about the screenings and the precautions that they have in place. Like, if this is you, if you got cabin fever, maybe you're retired and you're like sick of being home, there's a lot of ways to get plugged in, and what a great way to do it. I mean, it seems like, again, there's a constant need in the community for sure, but boy, if we can all really get together now, just in the same vein, like, just as we're trying to get people to understand, like, social distancing, staying at home, flatten the curve, like, the same conversation can be had about, like, coming together, donating resources, being there, because if, even if we can flatten the curve, we're still probably looking at, 60 to 90 days of continuing to need places like the United Way to be there. I mean, have you guys? It's hard to predict. It changes all the time. We're going to be at this forecast for sure.
So
the next 30
we know
days,
for sure
right?
we'll be at this till the end of April, just because that's what the governor has put out, and so we're just following the governor's recommendations. So I would not foresee us to end April 30th, but I'm not a betting woman, so
sure. Well, and you're optimistic like I am, and of course, we all want to get back to quote unquote normal, right? Like, it's Easter week. Like, it should just be, I don't know. The biggest thing we should have to worry about this week is, like, what are you going to bring on Easter Sunday, right? You know what I mean? Like, you take it for granted now. Like, oh, I don't want to go over to so-and-so's house on Easter. Well, I mean, things have changed a little bit. And then again, you've mentioned it, but it is important just to reiterate, I think, that we're talking about serving all of the county with United Way, right, Nicole? This isn't just Muscatine, it's the whole county. So if you're out there and you're watching in one of the outerlying places throughout the county, please know that. Now, I want to ask, because you 250 people are getting fed. If there's somebody watching that knows somebody, I mean, are you at the ceiling with respect to that? No?
We will keep taking folks every day.
Okay.
If you hear this message today, give us a call at 263-5963, and we'd be more than happy to get you signed up. We will continue to take folks and keep growing it. We don't have a ceiling at this point, so.
That's good. And again, the ceiling can continue to expand if supplies are there and resources are there and volunteers are there.
Volunteers are there.
Do you, I feel like there was a great, what was it, Scott Dahlke from MCSA posted this this panoramic picture the other day, and he was at the Salvation Army, and he talked about how everybody's come together. And I think it was really powerful to see that.
Yeah.
And again, we all know that Muscatine's a great place to be, but when we have a time of crisis and we got to get everybody together, to be able to see it in action. Sometimes you can hear about it, you can read about it, but until you see it, it's something else. And I know that you've had so many great volunteers, and just highlighting some of them and their efforts. I mean, it's wild. You probably have folks that have been volunteering nonstop since this started, right?
I do. Yep.
That's so
and
great.
Frank Iliff and Roger Brown have been driving for us.
Sure.
So they've gone to Mount Pleasant and gotten food, West Liberty and Columbus Junction, and Davenport. So when these companies that produce food call and have a donation, we have to go get it. So those two folks have been helping us.
Frank Iliff, one of those guys that's quote unquote retired, but has been more busy perhaps than he ever thought he would. Frank also with Rebuilding Together. So again, there's just another example of everybody coming together and being there. So you mentioned that the United Way office downtown it's closed. A lot of folks working from home, able to do that. You're out and about, going from here to going, I guess, immediately almost to getting help, prepping the meals to go out. As far as, and that's a good place to look right there. So on the Facebook page, obviously there were things that are, scheduled. Have we pushed most of the stuff at this point? Like anything
We're really trying to do
event-wise?
anything virtual.
Virtual,
yeah.
okay. Perfect.
So like the Musser Public Library is going
Yeah.
to be doing one of the lab learnings, and so that's going to be a virtual now.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So any opportunity to take something and do it online.
Right there.
Oh,
stop.
perfect.
Yeah.
There you go. So early talk and brain development presented by the library, all done online.
Yep.
And that is Wednesday, April 15th. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Again, so that's where this technology can really be beneficial. Look at that 4th of July Kids First Pancake Breakfast.
Right.
Don't we want to just be able to have it? It's on a Saturday. Nicole, the 4th of July is on a Saturday this year. It was supposed to be awesome. I don't want to say that we're canceling the 4th of July.
We're going to have 4th of July. The April 17th pancake breakfast has been canceled.
Okay.
I'm sure that all of you kind of figured that.
Sure.
We were doing a community baby shower during the month of April.
Yeah.
We are going to extend that to whenever you want to do that. So if your
Perfect.
organization wants to do it in July, open it up.
I love that. So again, the community baby run place like Baby Run continue doing it. It's still open for business. If you're out there, it's also nice to have, but again, having decent to run out. Is there anything else that we need to mention? Website and social. Is there anything else that you feel like you guys have been doing that you want to mention, or?
So through the state, if you go to volunteermuscatine.org, you can click onto the COVID-19 volunteers and find any volunteer opportunity throughout the state. So if you aren't living in Muscatine, but you're listening to this today, which,
Sure.
Yeah, you must be a great follower of Tony, you can also find different volunteer opportunities in your area through this pandemic.
No, it's good that's absolutely worth noting. Please consider getting involved, and I feel like, again, obviously folks need to be cautious, and I think we can all do a better job of that. But just know that if you volunteer with the United Way, like, they're going to get you screened, so before you even leave for the first day, you're good to go. And that's important. I feel like that's, if somebody's out there watching and they're like, yeah, you want me to volunteer, but I don't even, but no, I mean, they have a plan in place. They have a nurse helping out. Like, that's very legit.
We want to take care of our volunteers because we
Sure.
really want you to come back.
Right. We really want you to be there.
We could not operate this without volunteers. Just to kind of let you know that. There's probably 5 people out of this whole operation that are paid staff. The rest is volunteers. So that is huge.
250 people today, Monday, April 6th, will be fed because of the efforts of folks like Nicole and the United Way and Salvation Army and MCSA. And am I missing anybody else that's coming together on this?
Those are our 3 main groups.
That's absolutely fantastic to have this collaboration. And I appreciate it. If you need anything, in between the next couple of days or weeks, let me know. I mean, I can always keep asking for volunteers for folks that are out there, but yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to slow down anytime soon.
No, unfortunately.
So
stay safe.
Have you brought any food to folks? Do you have a route that you've gone on? Mm-hmm. And how is everybody? They've got to be just super appreciative, right?
So our volunteers have no interaction with the clients.
Oh.
So we've asked for that to be, and they don't go into any buildings, any houses, or anything.
Okay.
Everything gets left outside at
Gotcha.
the door that is specific for them, the clients
perfect.
that has
Good.
called.
Good.
So they leave it there, and then they go back to their car, and they call the client and let them know that their food is outside. I did have one interaction with one of the clients.
Yeah.
Probably like the first week we did it, and he was the gentleman down in Fruitland.
Okay.
Super sweet guy. He was like 92 years old, and he was just like very thankful that, we were doing this and helping out.
That's so great to hear.
Yeah.
So it's like a no contact delivery.
Yes.
So just keep that in mind. If you are looking to volunteer, You're literally getting screened, showing up, dropping something off, making a call, so the contact is non-existent, no contact. That's great.
Right. We just want to keep our volunteers safe. We don't want to be the ones that are spreading the virus. We want to be stopping it. So.
Absolutely. But again, 250 people are, able to continue to be fed and to be home because of those efforts, and that's worth applauding. So thank you for what you're doing. That's really fantastic. And yeah, please, if you want to get involved, I hope you'll do so. All right, so any plans for Easter? Do you feel like you need an Easter yoga bunny?
I kind of think I do. I really like yoga, and I think it's really cute. I have a frog yoga at my house.
This is perfect.
Yeah.
We should have...
I know, you can see him in the background.
I was going to say, Nicole's like their target customer here. We could have sold her all of these yoga bunnies.
Mom, this is what I want in my Easter basket.
So I was outside a lot yesterday with my kids because it was so nice. It was like 68 degrees. And my son and I were playing catch. He was throwing me a ball. He was in trampoline, and part of our deck has this little, like in between the house and the deck, there's a little opening. Long story short, I went to grab a ball, and there was the cutest little baby bunny under our deck. I mean, this thing was like, it was like this little puff ball, and it just looked at me like, oh, man. And I was like, oh, and then it took off. So I think I have a burrow? Oh. Is that a bunny nest? I think I have a burrow under my deck. So then my 5-year-old was like, we got to set a trap. And I'm like, we're not catching the bunny. No, I want a bunny. And I'm like, that's not the kind of bunny. First of all, I'm like, what are you going to take the bunny from his family? We're not catching the baby bunny. There's probably mom and dad bunny somewhere. I don't know. But I'm like, we're not catching the bunny.
Yeah.
So he was trying to devise like a trap to catch the baby wild bunny. I'm like, we're not doing that. We don't need any more animals. And then my dog got out. It's been a couple of days. Remember when I mentioned I called 911 on accident too? Can't we just get back to life as normal where I'm not accidentally pocket dialing 911? Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
I appreciate it. Please keep up the good work. UnitedWayofMuscatine.org is the website, on social media, and making a big difference, that is for sure. All right, we'll go to the outside. I love that we've got the CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam just sitting on the sidewalk again, because we're trying to catch some birds in action. We've had a little bit of luck. We've got some breadcrumbs out there. A little bit of rain this morning. I was wondering if we were going to get any rain on the CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam. I hope not, but you never know. Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate you coming in. So, yeah, just know that, again, listen, Easter is this Saturday, or this Sunday, Easter Sunday, and we're ready to take care of you. Any good produce deals for Easter, fellas? What do you got in the produce world? $1.48 raspberry. Don't put the camera on them. They don't want to be on camera. Those guys are taking a break over there. All right. All they want is you to know that they've got the best produce. If I buy some raspberries, I guess it's true. Oh boy, is that the promotion this week as well, Brian? Well, today, oddly enough, April 6th is National New Beers Eve Day. And I know that Brian and Toby are no stranger to beer, so we've got some new beer. I bought some new beer. New contrary, on Saturday, they have what they're calling a 6 feet away double IPA, and it's 9.9%. So drink that responsibly. That's how I'm going to get through Easter, everybody. But these are some new beers right here. This looks like this is a Fire Trucker from, where are they at? They're in Ankeny. So Ankeny, Iowa. Think local, drink local. This is Oasis Crisp and Refreshing Tech. So this is a brand new beer right here from Fire Trucker. Yeah. Oasis. Kind of like the band Oasis. Champagne supernova in the sky. A little bit of Oasis singing right there. And then this is also Fire Trucker, made in Iowa. How can you support the economy? You can think local, drink local. I love, this is my favorite style of beer. This is an NE IPA. That's a New England IPA, NE IPA. It's a juicy NE IPA with notes of tropical fruit, 5.5%. So not too heavy. And maybe you're watching this tonight and it's beer 30, right? Everything in moderation. This is cool, a little 4-pack action. So think local, drink local. April 6th is also National, this is heavy, holy macaroni, National Caramel Popcorn Day. So perhaps you want to partake, and oh my gosh, just don't look at the nutrition label. Why would they even put a nutrition label on the back of this? Oh my gosh. If you're eating caramel popcorn, you're not assuming that it's healthy, right? Nobody's like, you know what I'm going to have is some caramel popcorn. No, but it's good, and everything in moderation. Just a little bit of sugar in here. But it's, hey, listen, it's National Caramel Popcorn Day. What do you want from me? It's also National Student Athlete Day. Boy, don't we wish we can get back to our student athletes at the high school and college level. Man, isn't that wild? It's Teflon Day, Alcohol Screening Day, and Carbonara Day. Maybe make a little carbonara for dinner tonight if you want to. So we've got a lot of stuff on the set as we do get ready for Easter, which is this Sunday. So maybe you're, like I said, you're probably having a low-key Easter, social distancing Easter. You're just going to hang out with the fam. We've got a lot of cute ideas here. And, of course, the floral shop wants you to know that they're taking care of folks if you need some fresh lilies. But they've also got these little bunny statues right here. Little yoga bunny over here, right? Little yoga bunny. Because that's what you've been missing. Brian in your garage is a little yoga bunny, a little bunny doing yoga, a little downward facing bunny. That's what you've been missing over there. So the Easter lilies, though, you can see some of them behind me. That's important to note. So they're just, what are they? They're $10 with a 10-cent fuel saving gas in an electric car. You're still living. I'm just going to grab one. Because here you go. And like, I shouldn't. Like, why do I feel like I can't get out of my seat? Do whatever we want, right? Here you go. Here's a little Easter lily action right here. $10, 10-cent fuel saver. I don't know, Chris, you want to come in on this guy right here? That probably looks good, right? So Easter lilies, again, you're hanging out at the house. Look at that. That looks good. I think I'm going to get one of these for my mom. There's still a couple of them that are left trying to bloom. A little bit of water, right? You're good to go. That's awesome. Okay. And then I just want to remind you about that aisle 8 here at the store. That's where Brent has got all of his Easter stuff. So if you are like me and you got kids or grandkids that you're going to see on Easter, so I got 3 kids in my house, you know, I don't want to assume that the Easter Bunny is going to have time to put together something as cool as this. I would just plan on helping out the Easter Bunny. I don't know how much this costs. There's probably a price on it. Well, there's a tag right there. You know, I don't know. It costs money, all right? It costs money. That's my answer. But this is awesome. So Frozen 2, obviously a very popular movie. It's on Disney+. Easy Easter bat. All you got to do is hide it. Buy it. All you would have to do is... And then do that move. Where'd it go? I don't know. Oh, there it is. I hit it on you. Will my mom an Easter basket for me at her house here in Muscatine, even though I'm 36? She probably will. I had an Easter basket last year, so I'm not. I ain't got no shame, right, in telling you that. I think that's fine. And then again, awesome option, brand new pie, just came in to the bakery. They're whipping them up. This is the gourmet pineapple upside down 10-inch pie, $12.99. This thing is huge. I haven't tried it. I'm assuming it's good because all the pies from the bakery are fantastic. And again, if you're having just the low-key Easter with the fam. I should also mention, you know, we should probably talk to Boney this week. I'm going to make a note so I don't forget. Boney or Skip, because the kitchen here at Hy-Vee is still going to do those complete Easter meals. So once again, if you're looking, you know, like, even if it's just the fam, like, I'm trying to be very careful about how I talk about this because, you know, you don't want to have 40 people over for Easter this year. It's just not the best idea. Let's just keep it low key, right? So again, in my house, I got 5 people. Maybe my mom comes over, you know, and I know that maybe I'm not even supposed to have my mom at the house, but we need help. My wife and I are both working. What am I going to do? You can judge me if you want. That's fine. But maybe I have my mom come over for Easter, my mother-in-law. Again, they've both been around. They're helping us out. pick up one of the, that's what I think I'm going to do. I got to be honest with you. I'm just going to call Boney, or I'm going to just lean over and say, yo, Boney, hook me up with one of those homemade Easter meals. All I got to do is pay for it and pick it up. Here it is. I don't even know what's in it. We'll talk to them later in the week and we'll figure it out. Maybe there's some ham in there, some side dishes. That's how I think Easter's going to go this year, and that's okay, right? We're all trying to figure this out, and yeah, it has been nice seeing a lot of people walking and enjoying the outdoors. So I think that's just another important thing to note. Whether it is, like yesterday at the house, probably spent several hours in total on the deck, in the backyard, hanging out. Whatever you're doing, you just remember you can get out of the house, you can hang outside. Nobody's saying that that's off limits. I just feel like it's important to note that. All right, we're going to mention a couple of things, and then we'll get out of here. So I mentioned Easter, of course, because we're at Easter week. We've also got that 3-day sale that started today. So this is kind of like an online deal. If you have that, I would encourage you to download the Hy-Vee app. It's going to be the first thing you see when you download the Hy-Vee app is this 3-day ad, right? So this is super cool, guys. Check this out. It's Monday through Wednesday, and it's BOGO! Buy one, get one large avocado. You know what you could do with those avocados? You could make guacamole. Or you could have some avocado toast like Toby. Toby loves avocado toast. He really does. He can't get enough of it. What else? We got BOGO ground chuck patties. Hello. Sign me up. Oh, my gosh. Is there a BOGO Hy-Vee Chinese meal on there, Brad? You got to zoom in, buddy. Oh, sign me up. Oh, my goodness. One entree meal, buy one, get one free. Hy-Vee Chinese, one entree flatbread pizza, buy one, get one free. What? Sushi? Look at these BOGOs. There's so many BOGOs. I love it. It's great. Yeah, there we go. And then we got some 10 for 10. So this is Monday through Wednesday. Oh, my gosh, the Hy-Vee dip. I put my hand upon your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Let me get some French onion dip all day. That's my favorite. They got, what do they got? Bacon and cheddar dip? Ooh. Do I need 10 of them? I don't know. Might as well. Why not? How about 10 for 10 brats or brat patties? My favorite thing. I bought 8 brat patties last week. Grilled them up again. Absolutely fantastic. 10 for 10 on the Gatorade. I'm just thinking of the stuff that I need to buy today for my house, and we're going to take advantage of those deals. That is great, everybody. So really excited about that. Don't miss out on those deals. Brats and brat patties, and you can mix and match them. Yes. I might need to get a new thing of propane, though. I got to do that move where you just try and lift up the propane, and you're like, and you can't really tell if you need to replace it or not. I don't think we're at that point, but I just need to make sure I'm keeping an eye out. My wife sent me a picture of my daughter wearing... Oh, Lord. Can we just get back to life as we know it? This is the picture I just got sent of my daughter wearing a fake mustache. Everybody. So I hope that you can appreciate Lucy rocking. Yep. That that girl is wild. Her hair is out of control. Because can't even get her bangs trimmed. All right. I'm just making sure I'm not missing any comments. Somebody asked me, I love a good fake this weekend if I was talking to one of my friends and he said, are you going to shave your goatee? And I'm like, I wash my goatee. I take a shower every day. I got this like really good like beard. I don't have a beard. I got this really good beard soap. I'm in there. I'm getting after it. I feel like it's okay. I got to shave the rest of this, so I will do that. But I am kind of worried about not being able to get a haircut. Is anybody like, I know like this is, I'm not trying to encourage anybody to start like a speakeasy, but for haircuts, like somebody's going to start like an underground place to get your, I heard you can get your haircut over here. Where? Well, you got to knock 3 times on this wall and then this door. I'm not trying to say that, but like if I happen to know anybody that could even just give me like a FaceTime. Like, can you give me like a FaceTime video on how I can clean my hair up a little bit? Because it's going to get out of control. Shout out to Gina Schliessman, who's watching. Hello, Gina. And everybody that's been with us this morning, I appreciate it. If you're just tuning in, we talked to Nicole Sorgenfrey with the United Way of Muscatine. They're serving meals to 250 people today alone across Muscatine County. That's a big deal. All right, a friendly reminder about the temporary hours here at the store. So keep that in mind. We are still doing the Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. till 8 a.m., where we're being open for folks that are 60 years and older, women that are pregnant, and then anybody that might consider themselves at high risk. So just keep that in mind. I just want to mention that if you're looking to get some stuff between 7 and 8 a.m., if you find yourself in that category, the store is open at 8 a.m. until 11 p.m. for everybody else. So that's me. I'm 36. I also work here, but if I didn't work here, I could come to Hy-Vee at 8 a.m. Starbucks here at Hy-Vee still open. You know, teachers that are excited about what's happening. They want to teach their kids. They have like their teachers in cars and houses. Shout out to you. That is such a great story. There have been some really good stories that have come out of this, whether it is decorating your front door or your windows or doing some sidewalk chalk. Yeah, so I mean, given the situation that we find ourselves in, I feel like there are a lot of still good stories and examples of people, and nobody cares more than teachers, right? I mean, holy moly, that's that's a tough enough job to begin with, and then you kind of get, you know, you get to this situation, and yeah, I can't imagine there's too many teachers that are like, ha, I get to hang out at home. No, they want to work, they want to get involved. I mean, you know, they're good people, all of our teachers, so shout out to them. All right, a couple of things we'll mention and we'll get out of here. You still have a couple of days today, and I guess till tomorrow, right, to take advantage of the fuel saver ad that we put on the back page of the Discover Muscatine newspaper. You got to put gas in your car. Right? I got gas the other day. I know that the price of gas is cheap, but why not use the fuel saver, make that price even lower? You flip over the Discover Muscatine newspaper from last week, and we got those fuel saver items throughout the store. I think what did I paid, how many, I got 10 gallons of gas last week. I'm trying to remember how much I paid. It was maybe $15, so that was not too shabby, right? So if you have the fuel saver, make sure you're using it, and even though, like I said, the price of gas, what does it say out there, Chris? Can you see the price of gas out there? What are we at, like $1.50 something probably? If you can't catch it, it's okay, $1.59, that's good. So make it even lower, use the fuel saver. That's fantastic. Use your fuel saver and make the price even lower. $1.59. There you go, right there. Check it out. $1.59. A little gray this morning. A little overcast, a little rain. What is it? Tomorrow's high 78 degrees. Yeah. So we'll be okay. We'll get through a little bit of rain. That's all right. How many neighbors of mine can we get a consensus on this, by the way? I feel like I'm riffing a lot today. Is it too early to cut your grass? Because I feel like it's too early to cut your grass. I mean, I got these neighbors, and they're great. All my neighbors are fantastic. But I feel like they're cutting their grass yesterday, and I feel like a schmuck because I'm sitting there. I'm like, I don't even know if my lawnmower is going to start. It's buried in the garage. Everybody else in this neighborhood, they got these sheds in the backyard. I got to get a shed. I don't want to buy a shed, but it makes sense. You put all the stuff in the shed, right? But they're cutting their grass, and I'm like, it's too soon, but maybe they're smarter than I am. We get a little rain today, and then their grass is going to look good. I just feel like my grass isn't long enough to cut it, and I don't really like cutting grass to begin with, but I don't know. I just heard the lawnmowers running, and I'm like, come on, guys, what are we doing here? Because I feel like cutting your grass, you cut it that one time, get a little rain, then you got to cut it. I don't want to go back to cutting it once a week. It's too soon. It's April, right? Am I wrong here? Maybe you're like, no, Tony, you better cut that grass. And it was right next door. Now I'm going to be the house that doesn't have their grass cut. I'm already the house with the loud kids. Now I'm going to be the house that needs to cut their grass. We'll work on that. All right. Do we have that April food court deals graphic from the email? If not, it's okay. That's okay. I'm not worried about that. I think I've covered everything that's on my list, and I'm okay with that. All right, so the intent is to be here at least 4 to 5 days this week is my plan. We're going to talk to folks like we did with Nicole Sorgenfrey this morning. We're going to have Scott Dahlke with MCSA on the show, and we're going to keep you updated about everybody in this town that's making a conscious helping out. We're going to feature some local businesses. Know that. I also want to talk to our friends at Remax. I sent an email to the Armstrong team. Shout out to Dave and Steve this morning. And because, you know, people are still buying and selling houses, and I think it's important to talk about that as well. So we'll get you all those guests and more here on the Hy-Vee Today Show. If you need anything from me, please, I'm very easy to get a hold of. I mean, I'm here at the store, right? And I'm also accessible with social media. The store is. Certainly you can find Hy-Vee on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I'm personally on Facebook, Instagram. I don't have Twitter anymore just because I didn't use it. I don't know. Is that weird that I don't use Twitter? I don't know. I do have a TikTok. TikTok is... I want to tell you to not download the TikTok app, but if you're looking for ways to entertain yourself, it's pretty entertaining. So please get a hold of me if you need anything. Also, hyveetoday@gmail.com is the email address as well. Listen, Easter Sunday is this Sunday, April 12th. And if you're thinking to yourself, this Easter bunny, I'm going to help. Chris, don't worry. This is good. This is good right here. Don't worry about the Easter bunny. You help the Easter bunny this year, all right? The Easter bunny needs your help. How many years has the Easter bunny been there for you? All these years. You don't have to worry. This is the year you come to Hy-Vee, you go down aisle 8, and you just go, you know what? This is all that the Easter bunny needs, right? This is it. I think this is a great idea. There's other examples. They got like a Paw Patrol one. But then also in aisle 8 is all of the different Easter candy and stuff. And my hope is that later in the week we can fire up the Toyota Muscatine cart cam and go down aisle 8. Or we'll just put the aisle cam in aisle 8 just to show you. So there's a lot of things like that that's worth mentioning. Of course, the Easter lilies from the floral shop. Catherine at the floral shop would want me to tell you that the floral shop is open for business. They're delivering flowers. It's never been a better time to bring people a gift of flowers. So please consider doing that if you know somebody that maybe could use a little pick-me-up. I love this. Look at this little idea right here. It's flowers. It's a smiley face coffee mug, multi-purpose, right? Okay, I think that's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust, Toyota Muscatine. Also going to try and talk to TJ Deere. Maybe we'll FaceTime TJ Deere, or he can come over, whatever he's comfortable with. I'm half inclined to tell TJ, bring a car over, and we walk outside, and maybe we talk in the car. I don't know, something like that. We'll figure it out. So thanks to Toyota Muscatine, CBI Bank and Trust, and our friends at Lutheran Living Senior Campus, all of them doing a great job. Lutheran Living Senior Campus taking care of folks. We'll show you this video tomorrow. There were folks that got together in inflatable costumes and went around to places like Lutheran Living Senior Campus and danced and waved to folks. It was so great. I think our good alma video will show you that. I appreciate it. All right, thanks for watching. Your open little bit. Yes. Are we going anywhere? No. Right? 300 employees. Thank you for your business and your support. I thank you for coming here and trusting us, whether it's getting stuff in the store or with the aisles online shopping. Please know that it means a lot to all of us, and we're going to continue to take great care of you. We'll talk to Hy-Vee store director Matt Schweitzer at some point this week as well, and get kind of an update from his side of things. So just know that we're here for you. We're ready for Easter. You need anything, even if it is what I've dubbed it, low-key Easter, right? Still going to get stuff. We'll talk to Boney and the kitchen crew, and we'll get you all the info on the Easter meals ready to go. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day or a good evening. And please, if you need anything, don't hesitate. And know, once again, that you are not alone, my friends. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. Goodbye. I'm going to finish this Starbucks. It's warm enough still.